How's it going? I'm going to invite you down here by the river, man, down on the river. Hang with me. We're going to make a campfire here in a little bit, and I'll go over what we're going to do, man, in the show, and BS with you about a little bit what we're going to talk about, man. And hey, don't give up on me, man. Show up at the fire. Hey, you showed up. Thanks for showing up at the campfire down here by the river. Everybody likes sitting around a campfire. You eat some s'mores. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's telling stories. Everybody's telling jokes. Everybody's telling lies. Well, maybe not lies, but white lies. And hey, generally, when do you not have a good time sitting around a fire, campfire? Anyway, that's kind of the mood that we're trying to create here, and inviting you into some of the conversation that happens around the campfire. Some of the things I want to talk about, I'm going to go over them real quick, is these can happen in any particular order. But cybersecurity, something that is really on everybody's mind nowadays because it affects all of us. What it is and maybe how you can protect yourself better. Cyber heists, talking about some of the real good criminals here, and just kind of a story, man, and just hear about these people and just go, wow, man, the capabilities are incredible. And they never steal like $5 or $10 like the regular robber. I mean, these people get away with some money. Cyber warfare, man, that's going on all over the world. Don't want to bore you by it, but would like to give you some history and some statistics just so that you're aware of what's going on. Hey, let's spend a bunch of time in the natural world. There's a lot of wildlife around here. We've got a wildlife camera up here in the woods. Want to edit in for you my Crackerjack Tech, some of the footage that we've got off of our wildlife cameras, and just something that you might think is cool, just from around here in nature. Up on top of that mountain is some beautiful orchids that grow up about 5,000–6,000 feet, not down below here. We'll edit some of those pictures in. Let's talk about stuff that we talk about around the campfire that's important to everybody nowadays. Gun control, gun rights. Let's go into that stuff and learn something, and you make your own decision. A lot of things going on with drones nowadays. It was amazing when I started diving into it, how big it is, how many different kinds there are, and how many capabilities there are, and what our future is with it. Next thing is the 3D printers. Amazing technology that is with us forever, as much as drones or as much as robots. That's something that I hope you're interested in, and I'm going to work hard to try to break it down to you, the capabilities and what's out there and what's coming. I want to give you a different take on marijuana. Not the stuff that maybe a lot of TV's covering or what's going on in Washington or Colorado, but a whole different take that I think that you'll be really interested in, and so I'm going to do that. I got some people that are going to show up on a future campfire, talk about hunting white-tailed deer, a very, very smart, cunning animal that if you don't have your shit together, you're not going to get one. Well, these people will help. Same thing with fly fishing. Got two buddies around here, neighbors, that both of them have their own style and their own way of doing fly fishing. But guess what? They both caught a lot of fish. They never get skunked. And for people that are interested in fly fishing, you, maybe somebody that you know, when these guys are on, you want them to listen to them. They'll learn something. Broad subject, but Edward Snowden. Just all the stuff that's came out of that, the whole thing with the NSA and what they're capable of, done a bunch of reading and trying to break that down into something that I can explain in 2 or 3 minutes, where people will really know a hell of a lot more than you're going to pick up on TV most of the time. Want to spend some time on health tips. Hey, you can't know enough about your health, how to get better, what's going on, self-help. Anyway, we'll try to keep it interesting. Campfire talk. Travel tips. I've done some traveling. got some ideas and think that I can help making your travel safer, easier, and more cost-effective. Medical advances. It's been intriguing reading a lot of literature on the technical devices and medical devices that are out now that are just getting mind-boggling. Some of our best and brightest people in America working on this stuff. New medical tests that are coming out now that you can buy and do at your own home. Screening for diseases and conditions that you never could before. As we all know, the medical is changing quick in America. And a lot more is self-help, the internet, and these products that are coming out that are amazing. Knights Templar, just off the wall. Everybody's heard about them, but a lot of people don't know exactly who or what and the history of the Knights Templar. I want to break that down because really, man, in history, this was an interesting bunch. And it's just an interesting story. It's not anything else. Wolves. That's a big subject around these parts, I'll guarantee you. A hot button issue. And would like to go over some sessions around this campfire with people that live around here. And boy, you're going to hear a hot button issue. Fracking, something that's in our lives and is affecting a lot of lives. But just for what it's worth, a lot of people hear the word, they're not quite sure what it is. They hear a lot of bad, you hear the other side, it ain't that bad. Well, I wanted to do the research and give you some takes on both sides, but really explain the process, and you find it interesting. We're going to tell a lot of jokes and have a lot of humor around here. Why not? It's the campfire. Hey, Bigfoot lives out here, man. We'll invite him down too. But we would like to talk about Bigfoot. Sports stuff. We'll go over that a little bit. Depends on the campfire. Another good one is Bitcoin. That's another one that nobody's most people not quite sure what it is or what it's all about, or it's a strange concept. It is a modern cyber money that, hey, actually people are taking at restaurants and different places and things. It's virtual money, and to understand it, I want to break it down a little bit to tell you more about the origins and the theory and all that, then kind of talk about how that was starting to get into mainstream, and then lately here, hey, a serious implosion in a lot of ways. But Bitcoin, reincarnation, I don't know why I want to talk about that, but it's always metaphysical, and everybody's got an opinion. Hopefully I got somebody around the campfire that wants to get involved in that one. Health scams. Looked up a bunch of stuff and want to inform everybody of things and traps that you can get into, man, and lose a lot of money, have tests taken that you don't even need. Historical figures. We want to talk about people from history. Hey, I'd like to talk about some people that I'd like to sit around the campfire with and what questions I'd ask them. A lot of talk about solar power and wind power. Just go into that a little bit. Some of the more bizarre, talk about strange burials and rituals. Everybody gets a kick out of stuff that's kind of weird and kinky, you know. Money tips, money matters. Just some thoughts, man, that helps all of us trying to keep money and fighting the battles, man, of the budget. And so hopefully we'll have a little session with some real good money tips that will help everybody. Sooner or later, talk about the Keystone Pipeline or the proposed pipeline, what it's all about. A lot of people hear about it, but they don't know exactly what's going on. Oil trains. We want to go to some times with incredible stories. Stories that you hear on the news or that you see on TV that are unbelievable. And usually it's of survival, strength, or courage. They're all out there, and it'd be fun to talk around the campfire about the incredible stories that are out there. And that's about it. That's kind of the theme of the show, and we just want to have a lot of fun with it and hang out down here by the river.